Hey, welcome back, my amazing student. So on this lecture, I'm going to follow up on a feature that we introduced on the last lecture where it has to do with flashing, right? So flashing has to do with sessions. That's what flashing uses under the hood. On this lecture, I'm going to show you what session is and how to use it compared to flash. So a flash message is a data you show once. That's why we call them flash, okay? You flash it once and we get rid of it, all right? It's the data you show once. Now, what we're gonna be using here, and let me make this a little smaller so you can see this, me putting this here. What I'm gonna be using is session. So I'm gonna be importing this function, session, so that way we can actually keep the data for longer. So it still works, Flash works with sessions under the hood, but it's different the way it's handled, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to save the username in a variable so that way we can display it on the profile page, all right? In session, not in a variable, in a session variable, right? So if not name here, what I'm gonna do right in the same line as this if statement, I'm gonna grab the session, right? And then we are going to save that username, all right? And this is gonna be called username. So when we access this in the template, we gotta refer to it by this key right here, okay? So we'll grab the name and we'll say, capitalize it for me, right? Boom. So it goes in the session already capitalized. Now what I could do is, in our application, any page I am, all right, I can use this name here to refer to the username because we are saving it. As long as the person submits something here and clicks submit, that this code runs, we are going to be saving that into that session. Of course, this is, you know, we usually do this in a login page, but we got to be doing it here in the contact page now because we don't have a login page yet. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build a route. Let me see if I already have a route for user. For some reason, yeah, we do have a route for user. Let me just delete this stuff here. So in user, we're going to also get open up the session. So we're going to give it a variable name and we're going to grab from session. We're going to use this method get. So it has different methods in here that you can use. One is called get and we're going to get the username. So we're going to get the value so we can use it, okay? And here, I'm just gonna do a little validation and I'm gonna say if not name, right? Just in case it's empty, we're gonna flash and we're gonna say no active, let me see, no active session found or something like that, right? And then I'm going to return a redirect. Let's do URL 4 since it's a lot better. We're gonna trigger that contact, right? We're gonna redirect them back to contact. So that's where they're coming from, all right? Simple as that. All right. Now what I wanna do, I also wanna create another route right here to delete the session, right? Just like a logout, all right? So as a matter of fact, let's create a logout. Then we'll play around with logging in and all that stuff later. What am I doing here? Sorry, it's the route that I need to create. I'm already using a logout decorator there. But anyway, let's go here. And what I'm gonna do is logout and logout here. All right, we're not gonna take any parameters there. We don't want that. And here, I'm gonna grab the session. I'm gonna open it up again and we're gonna pop, all right, from the session. Because we can have many different, in sessions, you can save a bunch of data, just not the name, but you can save a collection of things, all right? So I'm gonna give it here a default of none. I mean, a second parameter here for the session pop as none. All right, so let's come down here. None is actually there as a default, by the way. So let's just come here and let's say you have been logged out, all right? And then we're gonna redirect to I think we have home in this application. That's what happens when you take a couple of days off or a couple of weeks from the course. You don't know where you are, right? All right, so let's go ahead and try this out. So I'm gonna put here the Python mentor, and I'm gonna submit. All right, nothing new here, right? We had this before. So if I go to the user page right now, I don't think this is gonna work, but anyway, yeah, that route does not exist. And I know I put it here somewhere. Let me see, user, as you can see right here. So the user, we need a query string to access this page. And yeah, let's go ahead and take this off. Boom, and take these off, okay? So now what we can do, now we can access the page and press enter. And now you can see it says, hello, the Python mentor, this data is being passed. It's working great, right? All right, cool. So one thing here, we need to log out, right? So when we log out, that's gonna be removed and we're gonna flash out, you have been logged out. All right, so let's go ahead and go to that route. So log out, enter. And now that's gonna redirect to the home page. And now the session is deleted, all right? No more saving that data. Now, if we go into the user profile page, you can see that it says, hey, listen, you have been logged out. No active session was found, right? So we have not submitted this. This is, remember that when we submit this contact, on this route, when we go to this route, we submit the form, is when we establish that session. That's when we grab the session, we create the key and put the name in there, all right? That's when we activate it and that session becomes active, all right? Remember that you can always find this stuff. Oh, by the way, look, these are flash messages, right? So if I just refresh, they're gone. Just one-time data. But if I go back into user, all right? Well, let's go back. Let's just do this, right? And not delete it. Let's go back to user. Boom, the data is there. We'll go back into contact, right? But we'll go back here and the data is still there. So it doesn't matter what page I visit, my data is still persisted in there because it's using sessions. It's saving this on the server side in a special temporary place on the server until we do anything that we want with it. So it's always gonna be available throughout the browser. So until you log out or you close the browser, this data will be available, all right? But the flash is only for one request. It's only gonna happen once, all right? We use that for temporary messages. So one thing here to keep in mind, if I inspect this, and let's go into application and we'll go into cookies, you can see that that's where I am, cookies, and then the application that I have. If I go ahead and delete this stuff, right click and delete, if I refresh here, you can see that it says no active session found, all right? So this here, and I like to explain this a little bit because it's important. When you do this, it sets this session here. It sets a cookie that's called session, okay? And it gives this value here. This value is the one that we use from the front end to the back end to actually communicate. So this value gets hashed, it gets translated into something that our application understands and says, hey, listen, there is a session going on and let's open it up, all right? As you can see, Flask is doing a lot of things behind the scenes for us. But anyway, you guys don't need to understand this whole concept of sessions and flashes yet, just the general idea, all right? I'll see you guys on the next lecture. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. If you have not, like it, please, it's important. And I'll see you guys on the next lecture, all right? Keep it up, guys. Be consistent.